Okay, just getting set up. I'm going to put some colors on my palette. And I'm not exactly sure. Whoops. Hi Jan, how are you? It's good to see your, I was going to say your face, your name, knowing that your face is behind it. All right, I was going to do some sketchbook work today, but kind of having a rough week. So I decided screw it. I'm going to use a big piece of paper and make a lot of mess and then cut it up and hopefully have something cool after that. Of course I have a clogged black paint bottle, naturally. Who else is on today? Let me know your name in the chat and where you're from. I would love to know. I have a kid home from school sick for the second day in a row. Whoops. And had to cancel some plans this morning that I'm really bummed about. Some art plans. Hi Heather, it's good to see you here again too. And we've got some family members, well, you know, like my mom's one of her best friends since she was 3. Their family just had a horrible year this year, and it looks to be getting a little bit worse. So I'm sad and cranky and really glad to be here, and I can put some stuff into art, which always makes everything better for me. So that's what I'm going to do. Figure out what tools I want to use today, and then I'll get started. Alright, I'm just going to start with some this China marker, and I'm just closing my eyes. Get some marks. All right, and I'm just trying to get some too close to the edge too. So now that I've opened my eyes, and just do that. All right. Hi, Ida. Is it Ida or Ida? It's good to see you either way. Should have checked my paint bottles before this started. Apparently they're all clogged right now. Oh, okay. That one exploded a little bit. Always exciting around here. My mom and I have this thing we call the magic paintbrush, because when I used to paint, you know, more realistic, design-focused paintings that had very crisp edges and clear designs, inevitably at one point I would drop my paintbrush and it would hit the painting in at least 3 or 4 spots on the way down. And it was never in the beginning when it was easy to fix. It was always like Jackie. Okay, so Ida, wonderful, good to see you. Hi Ashley. It's so nice to see all you ladies here today. I'm sure I'm in good company. I have this. So this is some paint that is called Bergamot Orange. And I've just painted a dresser this color, so I'm just gonna, I left this to dry out. I'm gonna see if I can get some paint from it. See how long that takes. Oh, I got one. I do love this color. I know it's not everyone's choice for a dresser, but I'm really excited about it. All right, get some white. You can tell my mood when I'm breaking mechanical pencils left and right. All right. Some more paint. Kind of fun to just let this paint thing drip. I'll let that inform where it goes. Can you guys hear me okay? I have my microphone in a different spot today. I just want to make sure it's clear enough. I was realizing that having it on my apron might be causing some audio issues. Some spots seemed a little loud. So if you can't hear me well, then I'll go ahead and move it closer. Right now it's perched on a shelf. All right, who has something fun or good or positive to share? Does anyone have any personal wins, or I got some good news this week, saw a funny show, has fun plans for the holidays or the weekend? I would love to hear what's going well for everybody. Oh, good. Thanks, Heather. I can tell you that my kids, even though we're sick, seemingly someone's always sick in my house. We just have minor things, colds and the flu and whatnot. Nothing terrible, which I'm always thankful for. Because I always know it could be worse, but this in-between stuff constantly feels like since the summer is really been a drag. Let's see what else is going well. You know, one of the things that I love holiday decorations in the neighborhood. And our downtown has just, you know, some trees decorated with some white lights in them. And it always looks happy and festive, and that's another win for this week. Hi there! Is it Amina? It's good to see you on the live. It's been nice chatting with you in the comments also. Have your art supplies arrived yet? All right, I'm just going to put some yellow ochre on here. If you're wondering if I have a plan for how this is going to look, the answer is no. But I don't usually, so it's no different. Ashley, this is, what is this? This is, it's on the back here. Strathmore acrylic sheets, 400 series, whatever that means. And this is 18 by 24. I don't always use paper this nice, but when I'm doing something big, I like to, for a couple of reasons. One, if big papers start buckling, it's really annoying. My smaller scratch paper, I don't mind just putting some matte medium on and it straightens it out, but this would be kind of a beast to keep if the paper was curling. Peggy, it's good to see you. Nope, I'm just getting started. I was just saying that I'm kind of ready for a big, messy project today, because it's just the mood I'm in. So, I'm gonna get this one started. Oh, that looks nice. Can you guys see this? Maybe you can see it. There is, I just put some water on there, so the water let the orange show through where the yellow ochre was. And it just looks, it's very subtle, but it's a nice detail. I like that. The orange color I started with, it's actually house paint. It's called Bergamot Orange. So I just painted a dresser that color, and I was just using up some of the extra dresser paint that I had. So it's definitely not artist specific paint. But it's kind of a warm, sunny color. My husband, I think, is still shocked that we now have a dresser that color. But he's been married to me long enough to know that it'll be fine. All right, maybe some red. Yes, actually, this is the good paper. I don't even know how expensive it is. I feel like it might be like $5 a sheet. I don't remember. At one point, I switched over to try the more economical versions of these pages. And I don't remember if this is one of those or if this is one of the more expensive ones. Kind of like that. Horizontal lines. And remember, I'm not focusing on this compositionally really at all, other than to get things pushed around the paper, because I'm going to be cutting it up, and I know that in advance. All right, good for you. I'm glad you're able to get supplies. You're like a woman on a mission. I love it. All right, I'm gonna do some white, then I'm gonna do some black, and then I think I'm gonna cut this up. Maybe I'll do some white China marker first. Okay. Do some white. I gotta get this cloth out. Or maybe I'll just pour it. I'll just pour it. Whoa, that's a lot of white. Guess I'm gonna use a lot of white today. Maybe it's a sign. Maybe I'm supposed to. All right, I'm gonna dry this off before my white starts blending with everything. Okay. Now for the ease of today, I guess I'll just use my wedge still. And see, there are some areas that are picking up the red paint, which is fine. Oh, this is, from a paint perspective, this is Nova Color paint. It's available in the States. I don't know that it would be available in Ghana. You could probably ship it, but it would probably cost way too much that it wouldn't even be worth it. They just sell direct to artists, so they don't go through art stores. Yeah, so it's called Nova Color, and it's kind of a medium. It's not a thin paint, but it's also not a heavy body paint. It's kind of a medium body paint. So, drips. Give this a minute. I know my white's not very opaque, and that's okay. I'm working on having these colors dry since we're doing a live. I don't wanna make it too thick and not be able to move forward while I'm doing this. Yeah, Ashley, I really have grown to love Nova also. Keeps getting their emails right now telling me all the sales they're having, and I keep not buying paint because I can't think of any color that I need right now. And I'm sure I'm going to think of the colors I need as soon as the sales are over. It's just how things work sometimes. All right, I'm going to get some collage. I wasn't going to, but I've decided it's a need right now. Oh, I realize you guys can't hear me when I'm not talking that direction. I decided that paint collage was a need right now. So I'm going to start putting some of these things on here. I like putting black paint over collage rather than putting collage on top of black paint. It's just a personal preference. It's not an all the time thing. Yeah, it's such a bummer that you can't get the paints in Ghana. That's a major bummer. Hopefully things will change and we can send you all the paint. I did start saving my tea bags, guys, for collage. I'm at that point right now. Don't know if it's a genius decision or a sign of insanity, but here we are. Oh, Lisa, that's such a good idea. I have so many paints that I don't use. Like I purchased them for classes or something and then haven't used them again. But I'm too stubborn to stick with using them up. Maybe I will. Maybe that'll be like maybe I'll do a series like that where I just go totally different color palette. Maybe I will do that because that does actually sound pretty fun. Okay. Got my medium, I've got my collage, I just need my color shaper. And to shove all this stuff over here. So this is kind of a tricky balance. I know I'm going to be cutting it up, so I want to move things around so that everything's not just in one section, so that the pieces feel like they're part of a cohesive grouping. But also, I don't want to overplan it because then I miss the magic of things that just show up. So my intention is just going to be have things everywhere so that when I cut it up, I have some fun surprises. Oops. And you'll notice, well, maybe you won't notice, but I'll tell you, the pages that I have, the collage pages that are just on regular paper, these kind of pages I use for scratch page, that's like an 80-pound paper. The tissue paper is way easier to go on. I just have to, you know, put one, I don't know if it's even a coat, one bit of medium and just kind of pass my color shaper over it quickly. But the areas where I use this actual paper, if I have a lot of paint on it or it's stiff, then I do have to use more finesse. I've been trying to use this in something for a while now. Maybe today's the day. Ooh, I think it is. I like how it fits right there. All right, today's the day. Little scrap, you've been so patient. Your patience is being rewarded. And if things go over the side, you don't really have to worry about that. Just let everything dry and you can cut it off later. If it really bothers you, you can cut it off now. Just make sure it doesn't stick to your table, because that is a legit danger. Oh, I like that limited palette idea, Lucy. I think I missed something back here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, Amina, okay, so you got the embassies. Nothing but peace of mind. Hey, if you have peace of mind, keep that handy, because I think that's what we're missing in the States. I think half of our country's gone crazy, and the other half of our country thinks the other half of our country's gone crazy. So peace of mind is on short supply in the world these days. We all have to take it wherever we can find it. So Lucy, you're so right. The limited palette really does open things up a lot. I never used to mix my colors. I used to only use whatever was in the bottle. And because of Louise Fletcher, I think it was her mainly, I started, oops, just got tea dust all over this. I started using trying things out with a limited palette and just, you know, testing things out, and I really started enjoying that. So then I use so few colors that a lot of my paints just sit. All right. I need to do something exciting soon because I'm getting bored with my collage pieces here, and I don't want that, because if I'm getting bored, it's probably way less exciting for you guys. So, and I do want to cut this up, so I'll put a couple more pieces of collage here. And then I will cut it up and work on the little ones. Keep going with my tea. There's nothing in the middle. Whoops. Whew. Note that you want to use the gloss medium to affix things, not the white. Almost done that. I've never actually done it, but I've come close many times. It's living dangerously. I'm sure I could label things differently, but clearly I don't. Oh, almost did it again. All right, put this on and we're done. And by we, I mean I'm done with these decisions. Okay. Shoot. All right, one more. Can't resist a good stripe. All right, the good news is matte medium or gloss medium dries very quickly, so this should not be a big deal. All right, watch your volume. Hang on. Forgot I wanted to add some black. Might as well do that before I dry everything. Okay. Thanks, Amina. Today I feel like I'm more free and not so tight. And whether that's because, well, I think it's probably just because of my mood. I just kind of have, as they say, no F's to give today. But I think in the good sense of that word, or that saying, if that's a thing, not in like a reckless way, but in a I don't need to hold back in my art kind of way. Okay. Where is my screwdriver? Here it is. Okay. More hair drying than I'm cutting. So loud. I wish I had an easy way to mute that. Okay, cutting time. Because this is nice paper, and because I have good measurements here, I am going to measure versus just cutting it up. As soon as I find it. All right. So I'm going to go every 6 inches. No, I'm not. I'm going to go every 5 inches. That doesn't make any sense. Guys, I am all over the place. I'm going to go back to 6 inches. Because I can't do 25. Oh, but I can do it by 4. Oh my gosh, you guys. Bear with me. I've had children home for way too many days this week. And I'm desperately trying to pretend like I'm my own person still. Even though it's you know, whoops. Yeah, even though I feel like half the time I'm just pretending. All right, 6, 14, 18. Okay. Yeah, I really like Louise Fletcher. I also really love Alice Sheridan. And Alice Sheridan has so much to offer from a art business perspective, which is amazing. She's totally amazing. I need my straight edge. All right, this will be exciting because there's definitely still some wet paint. All right, did not plan this well, you guys. But alas, there will be smaller pieces. Here they come. Normally when I cut things up into small pieces, I start with 9 by 12 and then get smaller if needed. But today just felt good to go for it. These are actually kind of fun. I never do big strips. Alright, but I think I am going to eyeball these for the sake of time. Maybe I'll just do one down the middle. Well, these are adorable. Didn't think I was going to go this small today, but there's a lot of impact when you have something that's so tiny. Because it makes your brush strokes look huge. clearly, if you're doing this at home, wait for the thing to be dry first. Don't be like me. I'm doing this just so that I can have this somewhat done before this live is over. But I absolutely do not recommend cutting wet paint. It usually doesn't end well. You know, when you look at the big picture, like the actual literal big picture, often I think to myself, like, oh boy, this is just a mess today. I think that a lot, I guess, about my art. There's lots of messy points, right? But when I get down to these little pieces, I get so happy because I never expected the compositions that are contained within. And it's always something new. Right, like I wouldn't have expected this. That's pretty cool. When it was the big one, I was kind of annoyed with myself for not cutting off this edge, but I really like that white edge now. This one's pretty cool. This one I like. This one I like. Shout out to Tazo T. I think for me, the most fun that I have making art is in all the surprises. I get bored very easily. And if things are too expected, it's just boring. Once I finally realized that I had to keep trying new things in order to entertain myself, let alone make good art, it helped. This is almost like some cool landscape. One more, then we're gonna take a look at these and see if there are any quick wins. That we can make, or if any are already done. I often find that when I do this, some of them are just already done. Okay, some of these are still a little bit wet, so I'm not going to stack them per se, but I'm going to divide them. So this one I really like. There's something here. Put that over here. This one I like, needs a little something. This I like. I shouldn't say I don't like the others. It's just that I think some of them are close to being something very interesting. Not sure about that. So the ones on the right side just need a little bit more work in my mind. Now this I really like. I like that this side is black and white. Like this side's mostly black with some of this white scratched in, but then there's still this red and orange underneath. Really like that. That one might be done for me. This one I really like also. And these two just need a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to put the ones that need more work aside. Actually, that's not true. What do I do? I guess I will do these. Okay, so if there's anything on these that's a quick win, I'm going to take a look at these. Oh, the green and the pink. These, Lucy, like here, or more this one with the Tazo tea. Yeah, I like that color palette, how that kind of ended up that way. Okay. So the first thing that comes to mind is add more white. If nothing else than just to make some of these areas more opaque than they are. Oh, this one here, Lucy, the mostly black one. Yeah, I really like that one. That one just needs a little something, and I don't know what it is. And it may be collage, quite frankly. I think maybe a little piece of black and white collage on that would look nice. Maybe I'll try that first. Maybe that pulls too much focus. I'll leave that there for now. Once things get to this stage, you know, I have a couple that are really close. I would consider those two. Something about this one I really like, but I think it needs a little something. I'm actually going to add some quinacridone gold to that. I never notice how squeaky my floors are until I'm doing a live video. And then it feels like I have the loudest floors in the entire world. Okay, like that. This is giving me like highway sunset vibes. You're driving in the car and looking out, you're looking out the passenger window. What about this one? Maybe this one needs some too. The thing I like about a lot of these, I like the movement in them. There's not as much movement here, but I see movement here, right? It just, you can feel that black, brush stroke going up. I like this because this seems kind of haphazard to me, along with that brush stroke. And here, I feel like the sky is opening. It's really helpful to me to examine why I like the things I like. So pick out the ones I like, but also figure out why. And I think that the ones I like less, I think this one needs more work, just don't have the same movement. So it doesn't feel like they're as emotional. This one doesn't feel as emotional, but I think I could make it more emotional quickly. I could watch me prove myself wrong right now. So if I take this and kind of do one of these. Right now, all of a sudden, I've got all of this movement. Now, do I love that movement? Not sure I do. So I can always back some of it off. Right, but the basic movement is there, and then I can add a little bit more. I just had a little too much on my color shaper. So I like that. Until I'm getting too thinky because I'm getting really quiet. But I'm really happy with how these are going. Yeah, I am really happy with how these are going. So I will probably keep working on these. If you want to see what they look like when I'm all done, go check out my Instagram page this week, and I will post some of them, if not all of them. Or maybe I'll do a follow-up video depending on how much work it takes me to get the rest of these to a better spot. Whoops. All right. Thank you guys. I'll lay some of these out so that you can see the rest before I sign off here. Thank you so much for joining me. Always lovely to hear from you. Have a wonderful week. Let's see, can you see these down here? Almost. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great week. Stay well. And I will talk to you soon. If you guys have any questions or ideas for videos of things you'd like to see, please leave them in the comments or send me a message. Take care, everybody. Bye.